questions. It's the questions, yeah. The questions. It's the questions, y'all.
In the building.
It's the questions, dig it. The questions. It's the questions, boy. It's the questions. Yo.
Better late than never. Ladies and gents, boys and girls, welcome to our 50th episode of The Questions Hip Hop. I'm your host, Sean Kantrowitz at Sean Dammit. We are really thrilled to welcome, listen, we wanted to have him on the show when we first dreamed about this being a possibility. Questlove, Amir Questlove Thompson from The Roots, is going to be joining us. I believe I saw him pop into the chat, so let me send him a request and see if we are ready to get this thing started. Calling him in. Happy 50th episode, guys. Thank you all for joining us. It's been quite a fun ride, and we definitely are looking forward to doing more. We have a lot more in store. Make sure you follow us at Twitch. We're on Twitch now. A link is in the bio. We are launching our Patreon. Our Patreon is in the bio. Also, make sure you check that out. And yeah, drop some questions in the question box because we may, if we have time, maybe we'll do a little Q&A with Questlove. Let us know where you guys are all watching from. I see a lot of familiar faces popping in here. Shout out DJ.com. Shout out to DJ Steve Wonder. Luminous, Luis, I see you. Yeah, Temp. We got Toronto in the house. Shout out to Casmar. Vega Westside. Let me tell you guys what's going on. Today's show is brought to you by science. Science. A lot of people have some misgivings about science. What is science good for? What is science good to prevent or get in the way of? Heart surgery, gravity, don't drive off a cliff, folks, and schools. Science is a perfect reason to delay opening schools. So keep that in mind. I think we have the guest of the hour joining us here. Let me see what's going on. I think he's here. I'm bringing him in. Skills is talking shit in the chat. Quest, I think we're connecting. There he. Oh wow.
What up, though?
Totally on brand. Ladies and gentlemen, Questlove is in the building. How many nose swabs have you had today?
Jesus H. Christ, man. It's like, all this talk of like, is this our future or is this the new normal?
Right.
And remember how like maybe back in March or whatever, we thought like, oh man, just to get tested, shit might be like $2,000 an attempt. Dog, I got to do this every day, and it's like I've gotten tested. I'm blessed to have the satisfaction of knowing that I'm definitely negative, but to put a 4-inch cotton swab up my nose and I got to rotate it 20 times every direction.
Damn, son.
Each nostril. Damn, man. Like this like I'm here to embrace the new normal, but not where I got to pick my nose every day till December.
But they're letting you pick the nose, right? Like,
well, that's the thing. Like, this is how you're conditioned to do it. Because Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, they have to do it. But then Tuesdays and it's almost like every other day. I got to do different types of testing. This is the new normal. So.
Wow.
Yeah, Gil says picking bookers. Exactly.
Yeah, shout out to Biz, diabolical Biz. Well, I want to thank you so much for coming on the show. You are our 50th guest. We've been doing this since the quarantine basically started. Actually, a little tidbit, the first time we ever did this show a year and a half ago in LA, Peanut Butter Wolf came to the show. and he played the whole game. And at the end of the game, he showed us there was a group chat called like Rap Nerds or something. Or
yeah, right now we are called. Our current title is Ask Vaughn, as in Biz Marquis's cousin DJ Vaughn Lee. But lately, and this also explains the inside joke of why DJ Premier was wearing a Dionne Warwick sweater for no reason at all during his versus battle.
Yeah.
So if Biz was our mascot for last year, Dionne Warwick is now our mascot for this year, but we're still Ask Vaughn. It's basically a chat room. I think we can only hold 27 people in that room.
Okay.
So, I mean, if we could have more, we can. And of course, all of us have to have iPhones.
No green text.
Yeah, which is why like Diamond D and Biz aren't a part of this crew, because they insist on that green clout. Like, I don't know. Yeah, I can't respect nobody that I hate when I text somebody and it's the green cloud. So basically it's I think initially I put that group together so that I can give them all free break beats. And so it's everyone. It's Pete Rock, Premier, DJ Harrison, J. Cole, Paul Barman,
wow.
Just Blaze, Alchemist,
just a bunch of people. Well,
it's everybody. Peanut Butter Wolf, Jeremy Ellis,
Just Blaze.
We aforementioned Just Blaze, Stro Elliott, Pastanews. It's just, you know, Clark Kent, Ninth Wonder. It's literally every Black Milk, like all the production grades from all walks of life, different ages and whatnot. Kenny Dope. Yeah. And it's basically I'll say, like, in the beginning, you know, it was about like, here guys, here's your break beat of the day. Like I was giving them like two break beats a day, but then slowly we learned that DJ Premier has he has another life as the Black Jim Henson.
As in plays with puppets, or
no? He has another. Premier has if he wanted to be a sort of like the leader of a new hip hop marionette club, I'm seriously trying to get him a job on Sesame Street. One of my 19 jobs was working on Sesame Street. Because when I did the Hamilton record, one of the producers of Hamilton also does all the music for Sesame Street. And so,
Unpaid Bill.
Yeah, unpaid. Oh, my fault. Unpaid Bill from QLS. So, Premier right now, like Alchemist, like everyone in that chat room does everything else excellent, but talk shop about beat making. So, you know, Alchemist is a sticker artist, and Premier is it's like the Illuminati for hip hop producers. But
so when we did our first show, Wolf was there, and he was sending people in an early iteration screenshots of our live event, and he was showing us that Just Blaze and you and Premier were all like, "What is this?" Like, this was like almost 2 years ago. So all that is to say, we're glad to have you here. I feel like we're going to go into a lot of tangents. So
we are. You know me, Rabbit Hole Central.
We love the Rabbit Hole. We are proud supporters of the Rabbit Hole. So we're going to get into our first round, Questlove. The first round of hip hop trivia here is called "The Choice Is Yours." This is general, multiple choice. We cover all eras. We're going right in.
Can I start with the rabbit hole?
Yes.
Right here.
Sure.
A very well respected figure in jazz told me that loop makes him very sad.
Yeah.
Because that loop is Ron Carter, and that's on a McCoy Tyner record.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that in the jazz world, Ron Carter's solo skills are not respected at all.
No?
like literally every jazz head is like Ron Carter is the worst soloist in the history of jazz. And like, I don't know, like imagine like someone in our world who has like horrible drums. I mean, I don't mind saying that, like Kanye
has terrible drums. Yes, let's talk about it.
Right. So when I got around some jazz heads that like really know their shit, I was flabbergasted at the amount of shit talking and laughing and dissecting of how terrible. Like Ron Carter's never taken a bass solo in jazz music because everyone hates his soloing. They say
maybe that's why he flocked to the hip hop crowd, because he wasn't getting any love with the jazz heads. And so that's like, hey guys, I play an instrument, you know. Everybody was like, yeah,
they're shocked that such a horrible soloist actually has like some love in hip hop, because they were like, why'd you pick him? He has the worst tone ever. So
you never thought that hip hop would take you this far.
Exactly.
All right, we're gonna get into our first question, Questlove. Which of these artists never appeared as a musical guest on Chappelle's Show? Was it Outkast, Busta Rhymes, DMX, or Slum Village?
Okay. Slight note. The reason why I got the gig on the Tonight Show was because I was the music guy for the Chappelle Show. So I know for
Neil Brennan connect.
Yeah, I know for a fact that I brokered that Outkast deal because they wanted to clear a song, and in order to clear a song, Big Boy was like, "You got to put me in the sketch." So that's how Big Boy got on the show. That DMX performance that he did was actually a 2-hour performance. We just cut a good 4-minute portion, but he performed this entire catalog. And I was there when Slum Village did disco, so I will say that Bossa Boss did not appear on the Chappelle Show.
Well, now I'm confused, because our research had indicated that Outkast as a group had not appeared on.
Oh, wait, time out.
All right.
Yes, Big Boy did his song from Speaker Box. I personally called. Remember the sketch that Big Boy was in when he hung up on Dave? That Oprah.
Yeah.
Right. I had to call Big Boy to tell him, like, yo, tell your lawyers to back off so we can use, in order to use the way you move on that Mad Real World thing where right, to clear that, I had to call Outkast, and Big Boy was like, all right, I'll do it, but y'all gotta write me in a sketch. And also let him perform his song. So technically,
all right, this is a rocky start, but we will allow it on the technicality.
Judges let it go.
We're gonna let it go. We're moving on.
Yo, can I block Skills off this joint?
Skills was our first guest. Skills is our first. This is the Alpha and the Omega here. Not that this is our last show, but I mean, we
okay. Technically, as a group, Outkast was not on the Chappelle Show, but
okay,
I consider the fact that all but Andre 3000 came on to do that song, which I can't even name. One of them songs from Speaker Box. Get out of here.
I believe that they did the Rooster from Speaker Box as the musical performance.
But time out. What did Busta do? Because I don't remember a Busta Rhymes performance.
You're putting me on the spot here. I don't have that pulled up. I want to say that he did. Steve Wonder, look this up if you're in there. Damn, I don't know the answer off top, but I do recall that he was in there. That he was one of the musical performances.
All right. Well, you know what? I will take this L. Outkast as a group was not a musical guest on Chappelle's Show, even though I brokered that appearance and Big Boy performed the song that was on the Love Below Speaker Box. But I'll take it 0-1. I'll take it.
All right. We're gonna move on from this. I was gonna ask you Chappelle questions, but I think it's best if we just keep it moving at this point. I don't want to dwell. I know you've talked a lot about your time on the farm recently in the fantasy land of Ohio. So we'll move on to our second question.
Okay.
On Mobb Deep's classic "Drink Away the Pain," Q-Tip breaks the alcohol-themed motif of the song with a verse dedicated to what? Was it Phife Dawg, food, clothing brands, or Miles Davis? What did Q-Tip rap about on Drink Away the Pain?
You know what? I think it was clothing brands, and what's weird is that I think when he made the Levi's reference, I think he meant to say Levi's Strauss, but he said Levi's had his stubs, which I know that's a member of the Four Tops, and I was always confused. I remember asking Tip about the Levi's Stubbs line, so I think it's clothing brands.
Clothing brands is correct. Did you ever ask him why he did that? Like it was such a theme.
You know, that's the second tier level of MCing. I'm gonna pick, started like, I think, didn't Milky Cereal, wasn't that the first time that we heard one person just rhyme about products? Like Milky Cereal by LL.
Right. Yeah, maybe. I saw somebody just said Buster performed Make It Clap on Chappelle Show.
All right. Wait, Levi had his studs. That's what Diallo from Sherman Showcase and the I'm about to say the Shy Southside says that Levi's had his studs. All right,
that makes more sense. Shout out to Diallo. I believe Diallo's going to be on the show soon. Okay. All right, next question. We're doing good. Philadelphian group Crown Ruler's single "Kick the Ball" was produced by a member of this group. Was it Public Enemy, Stetsasonic, Ultramagnetic MCs, or Boogie Down Productions?
World famous "Kick the Ball," I believe, was assisted somehow, some way by said G of Ultramagnetic MCs. And I only know that Philly connection. Only Philadelphians will know about Marty Graham, which is sort of like our budget version of Jeffrey Dahmer, of which said G had to be a star witness. So, yeah, I'm full of rabbit hole trivia. I believe it was said G, Ultramagnetic MCs.
Just for you, it's the
Ultramagnetic MCs is correct. And then you guys later released, basically interpolated or sampled the same beat for the Silent Treatment 87 remix.
Side note trivia, the model cover of that Silent Treatment 12-inch is Santi Gold.
Woo!
If you know, you know.
What coming up in Philly, were Crown Rulers like a huge deal back then?
Hell yes. Kick the Ball. I mean, Kick the Ball was everything. Even, Tariq referred to a lot of that verse in Ain't Saying Nothing New on Things Fall Apart. But,
right.
Yeah, no doubt. Kick the Ball was like, that was everything.
So, all right. We're going to move on to our final question in this round. Slum Village recorded a version of their song Fall in Love remix for a Christmas commercial by this brand. Was it Mecca, Carl Kanai, Lugs, or Belly Belly? Oh, we had to go deep for you, man.
What?
Listen.
Wait, there is there's like a St. Ides like commercial.
You are going to hear it as soon as you give the answer. I have it queued up ready to play.
Y'all might get me on this joint. Oh, damn. All right. So Slum Village recorded a version of Fall in Love remix. All right. So the remix, the Alice Cooper joint. It was definitely not, I don't think it was Carl Kanai. I can't see them doing Lugs.
You can use the chat too. There's a lot of people from Detroit in the chat. There's two schools of thought with the chat. We've had guests who refuse to look, and others who feel like we're all a big team here. So
no, I'm
letting you know.
Man, I got too much pride for that shit. Man, all right. I'll say Pelly Pelly because that was sort of like a jacket. Yeah, that had some life in '98. I'm guessing Pelly Pelly D.
All right. I'm gonna play you the answer now. Here we go.
Looking for the perfect gift for the relative. Get your love, y'all, for the 25th. Wrap them up with the Slum CD. Put it right
Get
under the
your
tree.
lugs. Christmas Lugs was the campaign. Lugs. Listen.
I'm so glad I didn't hear that, Julian.
Well, I'm going to send it to you when this is done so you can have it. I feel like as a slum completist, you should have it.
You're not sending me the lugs, right? You're just sending me the song?
I would never send you my lugs. Those are my prized possessions, but I'll send you the song for sure.
Or lugs.
Fallen Lugs, somebody just said. Fallen Lugs.
You think lugs? Wait, did they use, why didn't you even think of that?
Fallen Lugs?
They say that on the hook?
No, they should have though. Or like, don't sell yourself, just buy some lugs.
Ball and lugs. Jesus Christ. Another question.
All right, we're going to move on to our second round. And the second round, Questlove, is called Picasso, baby. So in this round, I'm going to show you a small piece of an album cover, and you have to identify what the album is by the little cropped version that you see. So here we go. First question in the round. What album cover is this? Is it Beastie Boys' Hello Nasty, Beastie Boys' Paul's Boutique, Beastie Boys' Ill Communication, or the Beastie Boys' Hot Sauce Committee Part 2?
That is no doubt A. Beastie Boys' Hello Nasty. They talk about laying in that can.
Hello Nasty is correct.
They talk about laying in that can in their book.
What did you think of the movie, the Apple TV movie that came out? I guess it's hard to keep track of time now because it's a flat circle, but maybe a couple months ago, or
No. It was cool, but the audio book to me was like the hip hop rabbit hole trivia's dream thing. So, I mean, there's a lot that they skipped over. So
yeah,
I prefer the audio book.
absolutely. I also had the pleasure of getting to go to one of the live events that they did in LA. I think probably months before they taped the one in New York, and they had Mixmaster Mike involved. He was like DJing throughout it and kind of cutting samples. So I was a little disappointed that they didn't have that in the movie
Because they couldn't clear stuff.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yo,
all
wait,
right.
Has someone ever got through all these questions stump free?
The closest we have had, and this will warm your heart, we've gotten 14 out of the 15 correct, and 2 of them are from the extended fam. We had Fonte and Don Will get 14 out of 15. There's been a few others.
Those hip hop. Okay.
Yeah, it's the ant farm. It's your ant farm come to life.
There you go.
All right, next question. What album cover is this? Is it Exhibit, Man vs. Machine, Nocturnal, LA Confidential presents Nocturnal, Snoop Dogg, Murder Was the Case, or The Alcoholics, 21 and Over?
That is, I see the shirt. That is C. Snoop Dogg, Murder Was the Case.
Murder Was the Case, and Questlove is correct. What's your take on this DMX Snoop Dogg battle? There's a lot of hot takes going on here. This is going down next week on Versus.
You know, I read someone say today that all that matters is the curation. See, people don't play from a place of defense. Like, they come in from the gate with the order that they want to come with. And I think that when you do a versus like this, you got to look at your opponent's catalog and figure out which chess move you're going to play. Just because it seems like Snoop is going to be the obvious winner,
right?
I don't think he should take that shit lightly. I don't think he should take it lightly at all. So
I saw the clip of DMX at Woodstock performing Rough Riders Anthem, and I was like, oh, like, you kind of forget that, like, for a brief window, DMX was the biggest artist, like,
wait, it's funny, because even when you mention his name, like, when you say DMX's name, the visual in my head is our dressing room was next to his at that Woodstock.
No way.
And, you know, like, sometimes DMX will make an entrance that's sort of like that ominous, like, something's about to happen shit. And you just heard, you heard a pound on the door, like your parents are in, and then the door opens by itself, but you didn't see him, like, push it in, it's just, like, open. And he says, yo, how come you ain't show Eve no love on that song?
What? Wow.
That was the only what had happened was moment of my entire. I hate what had happened was. I'll just own some shit, but yeah, it's just the door opened by itself. He used to set the door like, "Yo, how come niggas ain't show no love to Evil on that song?"
It's all well and good until you're communicating with a guy who's speaking part dog, and your communication tactics kind of go out the window.
Exactly.
All right, we're going to move on to our last question in this round. What album cover is this? Is it Method Man's To Cal, Redman's Muddy Waters, Eminem, the Marshall Mathers LP, or Outside is the Bricks?
Are you trying to troll me right now?
No, I don't think so.
One of the biggest shames that I've had between 97 and like 2000 was that the 3 records that hung on my wall for platinum and gold were not for my own records. So I know this record very well because Redman's Muddy Waters was the very first gold record I ever got to hang in my house. Like, hey, I got a gold record. Only because the intro song, he samples Section.
Let's listen.
I think you're trying to troll me.
It's not a troll. I'm trying to get stories out of you.
You know this is one of my biggest shames.
I didn't know it was a shame. Listen, you got a plaque. I'm sure you got paid off of it, right?
It's not a shame. What's even weirder is the 5 songs that like I get the most checks from.
Yeah.
Because so many people have referenced Beanie Man's Sim Sima, who got the keys to my Jeep? Like even Missy, who will clear that for Work It, or like whoever's referred to that and cleared it. Like I get a check or sometimes a gold. So like in my room, I got platinum and gold records from artists I've never worked with only because they made a reference or sampled something that refers to Beanie's.
Sim Sima. Who am I?
Yeah.
It's the reason why Sicko Mode by Travis Scott has 48 writers, including all of the Tribe Called Quest and Biggie. Because they have the one scratching from Gimme the Loot scenario. I'm a bad man.
That was one of my favorite moments at the Grammys last year.
Yeah.
Because I asked him, I'm like, okay, so who had to break the news that only 10 of you can get a Grammy while the remaining 9 couldn't make it? Like, I was like, who's that person?
They had to interrupt the game that all of them were playing basketball pickup games with everybody.
Right, exactly.
All right. Well, I'm sorry to. It wasn't trying to troll you. I didn't want to trigger anything. We think it's great, and I can't believe it took me so long to realize that Beanie Man sampled "Respond React." As like one of the biggest Roots fans, I was mad late. Oh, sections. Okay. Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
so weird. Like I don't even think there's anything remotely spectacular. Is when the second Kamal got his ASR 10. That's the first thing. That's the first patch he ever played. So it was like, okay, let's make a beat real quick.
It's kind of like an unnecessary part of the beat. No offense. Like it's like a textural thing. But hey, listen, it happened.
Hey, man, it worked.
It worked out. Okay, third round. Digging in the crate.
My man still digging in the crate. Yeah, I'm still digging in the crate.
This is the sample round, so it's all questions about samples. I'm going to ask you a question, play you a sample, and you have to answer the question about what you hear. First question. Ennio Morricone's The Ecstasy of Gold was interpolated by Jay-Z on this album. I will play you the sample.
Oh, God. No, stop. Yo, man, if he only did the delivery in that what's the Mike Myers character?
Austin Powers.
Yeah, if he only did that hook in that non-Austin Powers voice, I would have liked it. Yeah, that was blueprint to Gift and the Curse.
So far, so good. I thought it was a good track.
I
thought it was.
I don't like when Hove goes to other accents, and I don't like when Hove laughs at you, like that Tupac.
Yeah.
I hate nothing more than that smug chuckle that Tupac started that every rapper does, just to take up 2 bar space because they don't have another cadence. No. Like no.
I think that was also like a remnant of the like Pro Tools is now on and poppin' era where you had like all these tracks that you could do. So it would be like, oh, like anytime I make a reference to something that would make a sound effect, I'm going to make the sound effect. Like, yo, I got helicopters flying by. And like, I'm going to tell a joke. I'm going to laugh at the joke on the ad-lib track.
Right, exactly.
All right, so far so good. We're moving on to our second question. Jay Dilla's Wild from the Rough Draft EP samples a recording of comedian-writer Neil Innes and his son covering a song made popular by this rock band. Let me play the sample.
Rough draft. Get wild. Get wild.
Do you know the band?
Technically, I do. Can I get extra credit if I can correct you?
Well, I will point out first that I've written a song made popular by this rock band. But
well, I can't stump you. No, it was because of this song. When we first got this, I don't know why, but I was with Pino Palladino from D'Angelo, and so naturally, I was trying to tell everybody that the kid's singing "Quiet Riot." Because, I had to explain to people that the song sounds fucked up on purpose.
Right.
And then Pino Palladino was like, he's like, well, that Quiet Riot didn't do Come On Feel the Noise. It's Quiet Riot covered it from a group called Slade. And at the end, the kid says, and that's my Slade song. So,
yeah.
So basically, yes, the answer
I wanted to pull it up.
The answer for making Skills upset is it's Quiet Riot. And then yo, Skills, can we when you get to episode 100, can me and Skills just battle like we might do this on Zoom or some shit? I don't know, but
we could do it sooner than 100. We're doing that on Twitch starting very soon. But
all right,
yeah, so we're all about enraging Skills.
All right, yeah, like when you this is like your version of I can stump a 4th grader, like we can stump Skills. So yes, the answer for the purposes of this game is Quiet Riot.
So let's hear that sample.
Listen to it.
No, wait, I went back too far. Anyway, yeah. But it was Slade. Yes, you are correct. You are correct. All right, we're moving on to the final question in this round. This is an elimination question. Which group has not sampled or interpolated Blacks and Blues by Bobby Humphrey? So I'm going to play you the Bobby Humphrey song in question. All right. Who has not sampled it? Is it Diggable Planets, Brand Nubian, KMD, or Eric B. and Rakim?
Specifically Blacks and Blues?
Specifically this song, Blacks and Blues, correct.
Well, I definitely know that Diggable did it.
I'll play it again.
I think KMD did it.
Okay.
I'm going to take an educated guess. Like, I feel like, even though I don't know Eric B. and Rakim used it or not, I feel like Rakim can easily flow over Mizell Brothers production. But knowing you probably know that.
Don't psychoanalyze it too deep.
Knowing you, I know that you know that I know All for One and In God We Trust by heart. And I know Everything Is Everything. I know it's not on either of those records. I'm a little spotty on Foundation on any album or any other album that's ever come from Brand Nubian.
Well, what does the chat say? What are you guys saying in the chat?
I'm not looking at the chat.
He's too big. Okay, I'm sorry I even brought it up. My bad.
Because even if like Skills knew the answer, motherfucker would try to stump.
Well, I would never tell you to listen to Skills. I would say, look at everybody but Skills.
Shut up, Tone. Yo, why are my so-called friends like going against me? Like, I'm still gonna be me even if I lose this game.
Welcome to the Terror Dome.
Like, it's like, we stumped Amir. He lost his crown.
Yeah, and also not we. You guys didn't do this. This is me. This is me and Steve Wonder.
No, you know they're going to drink your milkshake, man. They're going to take credit for this. Like, This is a moment for them. All right. Look, I know for a fact that Digable and KMD sampled this. What's up? Steve?
Sugar Steve in the house.
However, all right, man, I'm going to take a guess. And I'm going to be really mad if you stump me on like a Brand Nubian record from like 2015 that I don't know about. I will say Brand Nubian.
All right, let's hear the reveal. We're going to hear it out. KMD used it.
Yes.
You knew that. Digable used it.
Yes, I knew that.
This is the moment of truth. Amir, it's about to go down. Brand Nubian is correct. You can't tell him nothing. You can't tell him nothing.
I gotta do the Mary J. Blige. I gotta do the Biggie Mary J. Blige thing. I gotta go 1994 on y'all.
Wow, 94. Shit, he took it there.
Thank you. No, I appreciate that, Sean. I was like, you're gonna embarrass me out here and bring up some Brand Nubian reunion record that I didn't know about.
We would not do that to you. We would not do. So we have reached the final round called Time's Up. Not hashtag Time's Up, but just Time's Up. So this is how it's going to go. You are going to have 90 seconds to answer 5 questions in the round of your choice. I'm going to present you with 3 categories, and you get to pick which one you would like to choose for tonight. Here are tonight's categories. Hip hop on The Simpsons. Guess how many unique ways Black Thought mentions Philadelphia in a song. Or let's see how well you remember the 2020 Grammy Awards.
Wait, I'm curious to see if you have. I'm from the. Tariq is well known for the couplet. I'm from the place where. And
so like, in that round, just to give you some clarity, I would give you the song in an over and under, and you have to tell me if it's over or under the number that it actually is.
And then crap, and his other references. He's the sum total of a very well-known figure and obscure figure that you got to look up.
Heavy D and the Boys. Oh no, that was Dice. Part Melly Mel, part Van Halen.
No, I still like Dice's. He's part W.E.B. Du Bois and Heavy D and the Boys. That's the best one ever. All right. Nah, you're not going to trap me on Black Thought.
It's your guy. I'm just saying.
Gotta guess the number.
Yeah, you would. I would tell you. Is it over or under this amount? And you would have to guess.
Damn.
You don't have to choose that one.
No, you might trap me on the only Reek material I don't know, like the back of my hand is Streams of Thought Volume 1.
But these are all Roots songs, to be fair. These are all Roots songs. We're not pulling from the solo material.
Let's just have it. Go ahead.
You're the only one who's ever going to pick this category because everybody else who sees it, we did it once at a live show and people were afraid to pick it. But you're in the group with the guy. So you want to do the Black Thought one?
Yeah.
Or do
Wait a
or do you
minute.
want to? Well, go ahead.
Or the 2020 Grammys. I kind of want to do it just so I could. Grammys.
No, I'll tell you what. We'll do Grammys, and then afterwards, if you want to do a bonus round that won't count against you, we can do that. All right.
Booyaka.
So here's what we're gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do. You're gonna have 90 seconds to answer this. If you don't know the answer, you can pass, and we can come back to it. If you answer it and you're wrong, the question is burnt. It's done. You can use the chat, but I know you haven't been too keen on doing that.
They trying to go against me.
Okay. I have OC's time's up here, time to 90 seconds. So when the time is up on OC, your time will be up. Questlove is going for, let's see how well you remember the 2020 Grammys. Are you ready to go, Questlove?
Hit me.
And they're not multiple choice either. Here we go. This old school group performed their 80s crossover hit single at the ceremony with Aerosmith.
Run DMC.
That is correct. Which hip-hop artist had the most nominations in 2020? We'll use hip-hop loosely as well.
The country done, the country boy.
What's his name? It's an amalgamation of 3 rap names.
Little Nas X.
That is correct. All right. This album won Best Rap Album.
Oh, God. Who won Best Rap Album this year? I was in the audience. Tyler.
Tyler is correct. All right. This rapper presented the award for Album of the Year.
Not Drake. This rapper. Pass.
All right. Name 3 artists who performed in the tribute to Nipsey Hussle.
John Legend. We the best. Wow. We the best. DJ Khaled.
Correct.
John Legend, DJ Khaled. They also won.
The time is up. Do you have it on the tip of your tongue or no?
Meek Mill was behind me. Meek Mill?
Meek Mill is correct. I will give it to you. Meek Mill was part of the performance.
Woo!
All right. And to answer your question, the one that you didn't get was LL Cool J presented Album of the Year at the awards. I was going to lick my lips to give you like a...
I left by then.
Of course you did. All right. Questlove, I'm going to total up your score here, but no matter what, I want you to know that you are a champion in our eyes. While I do this, my question to you, the last question we always like to ask people is, who would you challenge to come on this show next? Who do you think is some... We had Skills already. Somebody else. Skills again. All right.
Make super friends. Bring all of them. Me versus all 3 of them.
Woo. Okay. I'm totaling up the score here. 13 out of 15 right. Not bad. Not bad at all. Let me tell you who you're sort of in cahoots with there in that category. 13 out of 15, you're rubbing shoulders with It's the Real, Dante Ross, House Shoes, Scratch Bastard, Lyric Jones, Dart Adams, your best friend, Mad Skills, Open Mike Eagle, Kathy Ian Doley. You're right there. It's an esteemed circle of people.
Dart, Open Mike Eagle, all of them, all minus Skills. Hey. Yeah.
Do we have time? Do you have time to answer some questions from the chat?
Yes.
Okay, let's get into it. And by the way, thank you again for coming on. We'd love to have you back at a certain point. Like, this was a lot of fun. And you are definitely the type of person who we made this game for.
Wait, but who's in 14? Who got 14?
I'll tell you the 14s. Don Will from Tanya Morgan.
Of course.
Fonte.
Of course.
Comedian and writer Joe DeRosa. He's a bit of a hip-hop tape head. The rapper Merce is up there. And Trackstar, the DJ from Run the Jewels, is also, he did well. And J.E., the producer who did all of Nelly's first album, he also.
Okay.
Sorry
Okay.
about
All right.
that. Pause for a second. All right, let's see if we what kind of questions we have. This is the most important question: is the mythical new album still going to be called Endgame?
It's not a mythical album. I can go in the room and start playing y'all joints right now.
You won't do it. Come on.
I will. I swear. I will. Yeah. And now that we're back in the building, a big reason why, you know, that I let 4 months go by is this the first time I've been in the building where my studio is.
So we're a little bit closer. Like, I think the last I heard, there were like 300 tracks or 300 songs.
As far as tracks are concerned, yeah, we're way past 3. We're damn near in 400 lane. I mean, it's just a matter of stopping and then just straight up, you know, saying these are the 15 we're going to roll with. But we actually started writing to the process of starting writing to these joints like a month ago.
Is Salam Remy still like in the mix, or like I know at one point he was sort of producing
some of the joints are on there. Yeah.
All right.
Like when we first started, we had a big giant in-game camp where we just lived at like voodoo style, lived at Electric Lady for like a month. And some days with the internet, some days with Salam, some days with Kareem Briggins, some days with Knife, you know, just did all that.
All right. We're on the lookout for it for sure because it's been a minute. All right, I'm pulling up what else we have here. Who are some new artists that you're digging this year? Like, are you DJ every single night for? So how many hours are you at in the DJ like log at this point? You've got to be over. It's got to be over 100.
I know that. I think tonight, as soon as I drive home up to the farm, I think we're close to 75 shows, I think.
So are you listening to a lot of new stuff? I know a lot of your stuff is, you know, you're doing like Shaka Khan nights, or these are all like, you know.
I mean, I force myself to listen. Like right now, I mean, it's new to a lot of people that get their music and information from like other people. Right now, I'm listening to, because you know, you also got to figure in with Gracie in the picture. I never had to share my music taste. I never had someone to challenge me on my music taste.
Sure.
So it's like the second I get in the car, you know, I'm looking like, is this good enough for you? So she's like really into like African music, African house music, and that stuff. So, you know, it's almost like we have a deal like every other day. Like she gets to control the radio, and then I got to, like, that's part of our thing. But she and I are in love with the new Salt record.
So good.
I'm in love with the Salt record. I'm in love with Cleo Soul's new album. You know, and like on the low, I am hella jealous. I like that new Haim joint.
The Haim joint is ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Yo, the way they mix that shit, and for real, like I hit Estee like maybe 3 days after the joint came out, and she was like, "This is the compliment that we love the most." Like, and I'm not saying that I didn't expect to like the Haim record, but it's well produced. The shit like it's dirty. It's like dirty. Some shit I never expected. So
the production was amazing. Well, listen, I think our time is about to run out here on the old Insta clock. But I just want to thank you again so much for coming on the show. What a great set of stories. Expect nothing less. I know we could have you back and we would have different questions and you know, a litany of stories. So, you know, we appreciate everything you're doing. I know, and on some real shit, like you DJing every night on Instagram has at times been the only wonderful thing to happen in like the days. So I know I'm not the only one to speak.
Much appreciated.
On that.
Thank you. It's my pleasure. We're in a new era right now, and it's getting weirder by the day. I mean now, like, you know, but I'm here for that. This completes me too. Oh, damn. Shecky's on here. John
Shecky.
John
Shecky. I think we need Shecky on the show. We've talked to him a
Oh,
little
you
bit.
definitely need John Schechter on the show, man.
Come on, Sheck.
Yes.
Yeah, but no, just in the same way, you know, I'm sure it's the same thing for you too. Doing a show like this, we don't do this every night like you because we're not insane like you are. But you know, we do it a few nights a week, and just having routine and purpose has been really great. And you know, I'm sure that you've sort of experienced that too with just having the DJ sets every night to sort of focus on doing something. So it's been great. We appreciate it.
What's up, Herzog? I'm sorry, Seth Herzog.
No. Shout out to Diallo. We're gonna have Diallo on next week, I believe. He's gonna be our Monday guest.
Nice.
Yeah, Questlove, thank you so much. Be safe. We'd love to have you back soon, and keep on doing it.
Sweet. Thank you, man. Thank y'all. Appreciate it.
Peace. Hey, guys.